राम ओम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम श्री राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम श्री राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम श्री राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय 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 राम ओम श्री राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय 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 राम ओम श्री राम जय 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 जय Rama Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai 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 Rama Om. Shri Ram Jai Jai Rama Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama Om. Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om, pranams to you all. Till now we were discussing about what is the aim of human life. Individual goals may be different, but human goal is one only, that is to realize myself. God, Atman, whatever name we give, the spirit, the truth, the reality. So beloved Papa says, God is not an entity, it is a subtle, mysterious power. So Papa gave the name Ram. So what is the veil between us and God? We are the embodiment of Him, but we are not aware. So the Papa says the veil between us and God is the thought, the mind. So how to expand our individual to universal? So the expansion of the individual into universal is possible only when God thought rules your mind, when God love fills your heart, and God's will governs your actions. Whenever you see anybody, you must see not only the external form, but also the indwelling reality. This is a true vision. This alone can free you from the sense of diversity and make you realize the unity and oneness of all existence. It is not merely in holy persons and places that you should see God, but in all, everywhere, even in the marketplace. You must always feel the divine presence in and about you. Just manner. The first thing necessary is what? Yesterday we were discussing, no? What is the first thing necessary? Keen aspiration. The first thing necessary is keen aspiration to realize God or the truth. This aspiration will make you constantly remember Him, because where your love is, there your heart is. So if you really desire to realize God, you cannot but remember Him. By such constant remembrance and aspiration, your heart will be purified and your devotion to truth will become one-pointed. Papa says the path is simple, straight and easy. Remember the beloved with all the love of your heart. That instant you are filled with joy. There will be no strain, no pain, no struggle. As you seek Him, so does He seek you in the shrine of your heart. Let His love envelop and absorb you. God is ever after us. He wants to take us to Himself and grant us the highest beatitude. But we try to escape from Him even as a dirt-covered child runs away from its mother who wants to bathe it. We try to escape from Him even as a dirt-covered child runs away from its mother who wants to bathe it. We are trying to run away from the Divine Mother who wants to purify us. We are trying to run away from the Divine Mother who wants to purify us and give us the highest bliss. We like playing with the toys of the world, ignoring her call. We are ignoring the call of the Divine Mother who is seated within us and getting involved in the play, toys of the world. Seek not to find peace and freedom in the external circumstances of life. Seek not to find peace and freedom in the external circumstances of life. True freedom and happiness is an inner state which you acquire when you are in tune with God who dwells within you. Let the knocks you get in life turn you more and more towards God. So this is how Papa says. So next he says Namasmaran. All sadhana is for keeping remembrance of God. Whatever sadhana, whatever type of sadhana we are doing, japa, dhyana, svadhyaya, all these are done to remember Him who is seated within our heart. All sadhana is for keeping remembrance of God unbroken. Remembrance is darshan. Remembrance is darshan. The easiest way is to take the name of God constantly. Take the name of the God constantly. The name is the link between the devotee and God. It brings the devotee face to face with Him and enables him to realize oneness with Him. The Nama is the link between the devotee and God. It brings the devotee face to face with Him and enables him to realize oneness with Him. Namasmaran is capable of granting the universal vision by which one sees everything as God. It has the capacity to give us the universal vision. When you take the name, you are taking the name of the Lord who dwells in your own heart. He is not far away somewhere. He is very much there in our own heart. Take the name with all the faith you are capable of. Repeat it without a moment's break. Whether you are in the kitchen or engaged in fetching water, taking bath, walking in the streets, or doing any physical work. If you do not practice keeping the name ever on your lips, you cannot avoid being unhappy. So clear it is. If you do not practice keeping the name ever on your lips, you cannot avoid being unhappy. Know this once and for all. So is it possible constantly to keep the name on our lips? Practice. Only abhyasa. Only by practice in the beginning it may not be possible, but going on again and again and again and again and again, repeated doing. Any expertization comes in any field by repeated doing. And it is possible only when we have that intense aspiration to realize Him. We should realize in this life only. That type of goal should be there. We should not postpone or say to ourselves, okay, I don't know, I may be having so much of sin, so many papas I must have done, then so much of impurity may be there. It may not be possible now. That type of suggestion we should not give, because we are that only. So Papa said, no, Divine Mother is waiting to purify us. It's not that we are waiting, but God is also waiting to purify us. Only thing is we should respond to His call. He is always calling, please come, please come. But what are we doing? School going child, no? She will be playing with toys, no? Mother will be calling. Then he will say, please wait mama, I will play little more and come, no? So, the toys of the world is catching us. We are so attractive to that. We are immersed in the play of the worldly objects. So we should remind ourselves, no, Divine Mother is calling from my heart. We should respond.
So somebody else is calling, not the Divine Mother.
Call.
Somebody is calling not Divine Mother. Someone is calling.
So the Divine Mother is continuously calling us, "Oh my dear child, please come. I am here to purify you. Don't worry about your impurities. Don't run away. Don't think that it is not possible for you. I am there." Mother will not say the child comes dirty also. She hugs, no? She will not say, "You go, clean yourself and come." No, never says, no? So we don't have to think, "I am impure. How can I reach God? How will God will bless me?" We should not. God is our Divine Mother, no? We can run towards the Divine Mother. She takes the way we are. She won't expect us, she will not say, "You purify and come." So the Mother is waiting. It is not always necessary that you should chant the name of the Lord aloud. In the early stages, it might be found very helpful, but mental repetition is far more effective. Japa must be done with intense love and devotion for God. Intense love and devotion for God. And not as a discipline imposed on you by somebody. Japa must be done with intense love and devotion for God. Not as a discipline imposed on you by somebody else. If you do not get joy in doing japa, you had better not to do it, as it will not help you very much. When you have love for God, japa of His name must give you great joy. When you have love for God, japa of His name must give you great joy. It is not mere mechanical repetition that helps, but a spontaneous outflow of your love for Him along with the repetition of His name. So simply repeating, no. The love should be there. Devotion should be there with the chanting. And what is the best chanting is mental chanting. All names of God are great and powerful, but Ram Nam has a value of its own. Rhythm is a most important factor in a mantra. Rhythm is a most important factor in a mantra. The soothing melody of the repeated word or combination of words has a marvelous effect on the distracted mind. So when we say, no, Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, that soothing effect will be there. And mind, when it is restless, no, it will give a soothing effect. Rhythm is a most important factor in a mantra. The soothing melody of the repeated word or combination of words has a marvelous effect on the distracted mind. No two letters linked together could, by their harmonious music, lull and bring peace to the mind more than Ram. It is said rightly that Ram is equal in power to the sacred syllable Om. For the devotee who strives to reach God through his saguna or personal aspect, Ram is valuable also as the name of an incarnation of God. For these reasons, Ramdas thinks that Ramnam is more widely popular in India than any other name. So one is, with love and devotion I should chant. Then unbroken Constantly. It should be like a taila dharta oil, no? When we pour the oil from one vessel to the another vessel, there is no gap. Then we don't have to wait till we purify to go to our Divine Mother. Divine Mother is always waiting the way we are to receive, and she is ready to purify us. She is continuously calling. But why we are unable to go and unable to listen to her call? What was the reason? Worldly toys, no? Playing with the toys of the world. We are immersed in that worldly play. Then what is the best way of chanting? Mental chanting. So Papa says whenever we chant the name, first place we should think that it is that power of God who is seated within me is making me to chant. And the power is seated within my heart. It is not somewhere far away. The subtle, mysterious power is the indwelling reality within me, all pervading reality without. It is very much there. And we are that, we forgot. So, we are repeating the name of the Lord who is seated within us, the Atma Ram. God is a wonder. His name is a greater wonder. As a worm bores through the wood until it makes the inside hollow, the Ram mantra gradually destroys all your desires and purifies you through and through. What a beautiful thing, no? As a worm bores through the wood until it makes the inside hollow, the Ram mantra gradually destroys all your desires and purifies you through and through. By chanting it, a new strength, a new joy, and a new light will reveal themselves in you. Then you realize you are an immortal and radiant spirit, ever identical with God. So what does the mantra do within us? As a worm bores through the wood until it makes the inside hollow, the Ram mantra gradually destroys all your desires and purifies you through and through. So, but we are chanting since so many days. Is it happening to us? We have to look into why is it not? What could be the reason? Exactly, that is what. So right doing is important, Doing things but in a right manner is important, isn't it? So then Papa says, Your outer life should be compatible with the inner aspiration. Then only it is possible, isn't it? Outer life should be compatible with inner aspiration. What is our inner aspiration? To realize God, or to realize the spirit, the truth, the self. To have universal vision, isn't it? We should be able to see God everywhere and in everything, isn't it? God means that power, indwelling reality. That's why Papa said, whenever you look at anybody, not only seeing the person, but you should also look into the indwelling reality which is there in them. That subtle, mysterious power we should recognize. That is a true vision. So to do that, in outer life should be compatible with inner aspiration. Then only success comes. Suppose my inner aspiration is God realization, self-realization, or universal vision, but my outer life is something totally different. Then conflict will come. No success will be there in any field also, especially in spiritual field. So what should I do? I should know how I should live, isn't it? Simple life means what? Need-based life, not desired-based life. Need-based life, not desired-based life. Then what else? Value-based life, no? I should know the law of the nature and follow the law. Dharma. Then what else? Then I should become a sadhaka, no? A seeker. So Papa has given some instructions for a sadhaka. How a sadhaka should live the life. For a sadhaka. The sadhaka who wants to attain God must strictly observe the following rules. He must observe them not as though he is bound by them, but impelled to abide by them under the command of the infinite power Ram. Ram is that resides in him and everywhere around and about him, that power. So what are the rules? Let us try to go through. Number 1, the sadhaka should live upon sattvic food, free from hot, pungent or bitter things and condiments. Milk and fruits are the best diet. The food must be moderate in quantity. Usually what happens, a temptation comes, payasam or some sweet which we like. It's okay, one day only, Then we try to overeat. So for a sadhaka that will not help. Then sattvic food. So Jaisa An Vaisa Man means how the food, the mind will be like that. So food has got lot of effect on the mind. So we should be very careful while taking food. The sadhaka should live upon sattvic food. Milk and fruits are the best diet as per him. What is with his experience, Papa is telling. And we should also eat moderate quantity. We should make the stomach into 4 parts. Then what all we need to fill? 1 part should be filled with solid food. Then 1 part should be left for water. 1 part should be left for the air. Then another part should be left for the but what we do, all 4 parts we fill with food. So we should be very careful while as a sadhaka, not for everybody. If we want to realize him, some instructions. Then second instruction is the sadhaka must take very light food in the evenings. Why should we take light food in the evenings? Okay, we should not feel sleepy. Then
Easily it should get digested.
Evenings, after sunset, digestion power decreases scientifically also. Then what else? Next day morning, we will not be able to get up and sit for meditation, isn't it? Overeating, or if we take more, freshness won't be there, isn't it? So we must take very light food in the evenings. The sadhaka must have only moderate sleep. What is moderate sleep? God has also told in the Bhagavad Gita, moderate sleep, moderate food, moderate activity also. All should be in moderate. It should not be excess, it should not be less. So God has given us 24 hours a day, correct? How to divide that 24 hours? He has already done it with nature, isn't it? How are we supposed to divide? 8 hours into 3. So 8 hours to sleep, 8 hours to work, 8 hours to remember him. 24 hours are given. The nature is in sattvic mode from morning 4 to 8. Then 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. activity, rajasic. Then again 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. sattvic. Then 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. is tamasic. 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. sattvic. 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. is rajasic, that is activity, to work. Then again 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. is, the nature is divided like that by God. So that if we do our sadhana in sattvic nature, when nature also is in sattvic mode, sattvic thing, it will help us. Then 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. is the tamasic, that is for sleep. And when we chant, Papa says, when we go on chant, takes Lord's name, lot of energy is produced, the sleep requirement comes down automatically. You must have read Papa's In Quest of God, most of you. So when he started chanting, he started reducing the food, first from 3 meals to 2 meals. From 2 meals to 1 meal. After that, boiled potatoes and bananas. Nothing else. No salt, no chilies, nothing. Nobody told him. Because when he started chanting, he started feeling the joy, peace, inner peace. Then he thought, if I continue doing, more peace I feel. Then if I have to chant, I should be alert. Sleep should not overpower. So to avoid the sleep, food restriction was, he himself has made changes in the food. So the sadhaka must have only moderate sleep. He must never sleep in the afternoon or during day. A sadhaka should not sleep in the afternoon or during the day. He must take very little. He must talk very little. Only when necessary he should speak. Talk very little. He must avoid talking about personalities, about people, talking, mostly when we meet, two people meet, we will be talking about the third person, isn't it? So that need to be avoided. He must never criticize anybody, however they are. We are not supposed to criticize. Why? Because God is equally, perfectly there in everybody. Whomever I am criticizing God within them. So that is not right. So must never criticize anybody. Neither should we encourage others in this pernicious practice. We should not encourage others also to criticize anybody. That means we should not listen, isn't it? Usually we may not criticize, but others will be coming and talking and criticizing, isn't it? Even that is also harmful to us. We should not. We should avoid that company, which is very common in the world. Oh, you know how that person, what he has done, something like that it will start, isn't it? So we should be very, very careful as a sadhaka. Now what are the points? First one is food. Food should be sattvic, then moderate in quantity. Evenings we should take light food. Then what else Papa told? What are the other instructions?
Less talk.
Talk less. Very good. Then?
Criticize others. Don't criticize others.
We should not. Even encourage others also to criticize. Means we should not be there. Then? About sleep. Sleep should be moderate and we should not sleep in the afternoon or daytime. Okay. Then he should avoid talking about himself. This is very difficult, no? About ourselves we want to tell everybody, isn't it? Papa says avoid that also. We should not speak about ourselves also. He must never enter into any controversy or discussions. He should not repeat conversations unless called upon to do so, or except when it is found to be absolutely necessary. He must keep the vow of brahmacharya. He must look upon all women either as mothers or manifestations of the divine being. Same thing reverse for the ladies also. The men should be looked as a divine mother. Then he must avoid worldly associations. Very important point. Avoid worldly associations means what? What are worldly associations?
Their life is good because no TV is there for us. And the best
TV is not a problem because you look at the screen, no? Don't look at the picture. Where to look at, no?
it tends to sit before it. However,
But choice is mine, no?
as is not there, that is there. No problem.
I have a choice whether to have a TV or not. Even when it is there, others it is compelled, for others it is kept. Whether to see or not is my choice, no? And if at all TV is running when I sit also, the choice is whether to look at the picture, get affected, or look at the substratum, the screen, not to get affected. That is also another choice. We cannot say people not to have it because they are not awakened, they are not sadhakas, isn't it? When I want to become a sadhaka, I should know what to do, what not to do. We cannot impose the same rules to everybody. Who are we, isn't it? Start thinking. We have seen many people, busiest people, the greatest people living in the world without getting attached to any objects. There is a famous doctor whom we met. He is one of the finest surgeons worldwide. He has everything. But he is living, need-based life means we have seen. He keeps only 2, maximum 3 dresses for himself. One tones, then only he replaces. 2 chappals, that's all. It's not that somebody told, we have seen his life. And he is such a busiest surgeon, he never takes coffee, tea also. It's nobody imposed. Whatever he wants, anything will come to him, isn't it? But he lives like that. So it is possible. It all depends on one anesthetist also we have seen. Anesthetist means his call duty will be there. Whenever call comes, he has to rush for the surgery. For him, he has taken a vow. Unless every day morning, unless he takes bath, go to the temple and come, he don't even touch the water also. That is the vow. Sometimes midnight calls used to come. He comes for the surgery. Surgery goes on and on till 10, 11, 12, 1. But he will never touch even water. He will go, have bath, go to the temple, then only he will take. It's not listening. This is an experiential. We have seen the people. For him, his woe is most important. Anybody tells, he don't care. That is, he says, that is the word I have given to God. I will just, unless I take bath, go to nearby, whatever temple it may be, but I should go to Lord, say pranams, come back, then only he will touch. Not even sing water. So any field, it is possible. It all depends on us. Nobody told them, no? Nobody. They just imposed for themselves. So it is possible. It all depends on our mind setting, you know. So we should not become servant to our senses. Senses should be under our control. We should not be under the control of the senses, no? If they drag, I go, that means I am listening to them. I became a servant. We should remember senses are given to me, isn't it? They should work as we want, not we should work as they say, no? The eye should see whenever I say see, isn't it? The ear should hear when I say what to hear, isn't it? But usually they will take us. That is what Hanumanji's life, if we take, no, Sundarakanda, you must have heard, no? Hanumanji went in search of Sita in Lanka. So all, so much of Aslilata was there. He was, in his mind, he said, I should look for Sita. He searched in between all those things, all those people. But nothing happened to his mind because his mind is so clear and fixed that my eyes should only search for Sita, nothing else. Nothing registered except searching Sita. The senses is under our control, isn't it? So when we tell the eye, see for that, that only it should see, isn't it? First I should know I am the owner, they are my servants. But I forget. Because since many births, they all are behaving as they are owners. And then slavery is got used to. That belief has come to me now, oh, I am supposed to listen to them, not they should listen to me, no? Now I should reverse it. We should try. It is not easy talking like this, but there is nothing impossible, no? Once I decide, suppose somebody calls somewhere, if I don't like, there is a choice for me, no, whether to go or not. If I don't like it, I can avoid, no? Suppose a satsang is there nearby. Your close friend has come after a long time to see you. Then he says, please come, we will go out. What do you do? Mind instantly says, hey, satsang you go every day, no? Anyway, YouTube is there. Somebody will record and bring you, no? Say, your friend has come all the way after a long time. Mind, no? It will pulse you, no? Try to drag you. Then what do you do? What do we do? So we should be very clear, no, this is more important, isn't it? Because what is my goal? To realize. For that, this is priority, no? Others is secondary. If you want to go out, no problem, but let me finish. Please come for satsang, we will go to satsang, then later we will do that, no? But we never do it. How can we tell them? What will they think? Actually, they don't think anything because I have a desire to go. That's why some excuse I take. Nobody will feel, nothing happens to the world, no? It all depends on choice is mine. Very difficult to hold on at that time. It's not that easy. So many excuses mind brings, oh, what will they think? Tomorrow they won't talk to you. Tomorrow nobody will come to you. You will be cornered, no? They will think you are, so many things it brings. But I should smile and tell to my mind, it's okay. My priority is to maintain my inner peace and happiness. For that I need satsang. This is more important. It's all right. I am ready to face all those things. That does not matter to me. Let me go to satsang. Very difficult. We won't be able to tell. Relatives' marriages, relatives' birthdays, relatives' friends, isn't it? Oh, how can we avoid, no? Swamiji is coming to our house, our neighbor's house, or to the town. What is my priority? First, my duty is, dharma is to attend the marriage. That is how we think. But as a sadhaka, as a seeker, what is my priority? So like that we have to have a dialogue. We should talk to our mind, senses. We should be vigilant. So we should try as far as possible. The sadhaka must avoid worldly associations. He must spend his time mostly in solitude. We are scared of solitude. So many thoughts comes. He must never forget Ram. We must never forget Ram. He must always, when awake, except when talking or reading about Ram, be repeating Ram's name mentally or by mouth. He must always, when awake, except when talking or reading about Ram, be repeating Ram's name mentally or by mouth. So only when we are talking about God or reading about, except that time, remaining time when we are awake, what we have to do? Repeat the name of the Lord. Are we doing it? We should try. Now Papa is telling, instructions. If I want to become a sadhaka, a seeker, from a devotee, I should become a sadhaka, no? He should not engage himself in any talk or reading which does not pertain to the ideal Ram, which is sole aim and goal in life. So I should only think of God, read about God, talk about God, nothing else. He must without fail utilize the early hours of the morning and also the evening hours for prayers and meditation, morning and evening. Early morning hours and evening hours, especially we should make use of for prayers and meditation. Why? That is because all nature is in sattvic mode, sattva guna. That helps. Effortlessly we will be able to do our sadhana. Less effort, we can say. He must crush out all desires. crush out all desires. No doubts of any kind must be allowed to dwell in his mind. Do not allow the doubts to dwell. His mind must accept only pure and holy thoughts. No unclean, impure, impious thoughts should ever be allowed to dwell in or even enter the mind. He must be friendly and loving to all. This is very, very important. Friendly and loving to all. So we can love people who loves us. But the people indifferent are pulling our legs, criticizing us. Even those people we have to love equally. Is it possible? He must be friendly and loving to all, not only human beings, all creatures, everything. How to do this?
Mosquito.
Simple thing. Mosquito comes automatically. So some devotees used to share, Mataji when she was sitting, mosquito comes and sits. She used to call Sachidananda Swami, Sachidananda, please come. Then Swamiji used to come, do like this and then remove. She never used to harm. Means God is there in that also equally, So many people who are harming us, abusing us, cornering us, criticizing us, we should be able to love, because we are not loving that personality, we are loving the power in him, The power is God, They may not be awakened, they may not be aware, but I am aware, God is seated, so I love them. However indifferent they are, but still I love them equally. We need to train ourselves again and again and again and again and again. It is not simple and easy. Next, sadhaka must never expect to be treated by anybody with any kind of respect. Do not expect any respect. When Papa Mataji was in Kasaragod ashram, so some people came, they they tried to kill Mataji. They have thrown, then Papa, in the midnight, night time, then Papa chanted loudly, Om Shri Ram Jai Ram. Then they ran away. But throughout her life she was suffering. She had fallen on a vessel and then back, got hurt. But she never hated those people. After this ashram started, they came here. So people recognized, but Mataji said no, called them, gave them food, gave them prasadam, then the dakshana, nicely fed them and then sent. That's okay, but as a sadhaka, how we should be, We should only look into how we are supposed to be, not the others, Even if somebody is going to kill us, we should not hate. So, must never expect to be treated by anybody with any kind of respect. Oh, they should do pranams to me, they should salute to me, isn't it? That type of feeling should not come into us. They are not giving respect, they know. To everybody equally. Because God is equally there in everybody, Another thing, anybody does pranams also, we should remember nobody will do to us. They are doing the God who is within me, isn't it? The other person is seeing God within me and then doing pranams, no? I should not think, oh, they are respecting, they are doing pranams to me, no? So, whenever anybody do pranams to us, any respect they give, they never give it to this body. They give it to the God who is seated within. So, we should pass on to God. We should not own it. Sadhaka must look upon the whole world as a manifestation of Ram. The whole universe, the whole world is nothing but one subtle mysterious power, Ram. And all beings and things as forms assumed by Ram. Whatever names and forms we see, assumed by that power called Ram. In order to play out his divine Leela, why did he assume? To play his divine Leela, world play. For that he has taken all the names and forms. He must offer himself now and again in word, deed and thought to Almighty Ram. He must offer himself now and again in word, deed and thought to Almighty Ram. He must lay himself, body, mind, buddhi and atma at the feet of the all-loving Ram. Ishwararpana buddhi. With gratitude, with love. Gradually he must submit his will to the divine will and thus give up his egoism and then find peace and bliss in the realization of his oneness with Ram. Gradually he must submit his will to the divine will, thus give up the egoism and then find peace and bliss in the realization of his oneness with Ram. He must constantly pray to God to enable him to observe these rules in such a way that he should do so without feeling himself in any way bound by them. Take heart, give up all care and sorrow, prostrate yourself at the holy feet of Ram, who is love itself, light itself, bliss itself. Repeat the sweet name Ram constantly. Dedicate your thoughts, words and actions to Ram. Resign your will to Ram's will. Live contented in peace and bliss. So like this, so many instructions are given by Papa. At least we should try.
The shopping list. A shopping list.
Shopping list. The outer life, no? Outer life should be compatible with inner aspiration. Just because I aspire, I want to realize God, it won't, no? Outer also we should check. Then only success comes. Both should go hand in hand. Outer life and inner aspiration. This is what all Shastra says. Outer life should be compatible with inner aspiration. Essence of Shastras is that only. Pray for Ram's help to follow the 12 rules given below. Meditate always on Ram, who is the eternal truth, a fountain of love, the all-pervading light, and ocean of bliss. Let no thought of evil or of criticism about anybody enter the mind. Give up selfishness. Be doing good to others without desiring for fruit. Be content with what Ram has given you. Don't crave for things you do not possess. Don't crave for things you do not possess. Be content with what Ram has given you. Because he knows better what I need, isn't it? To play my role. Don't feel disturbed if anything is taken away from you. Don't feel disturbed if anything is taken away from you, or if anything is lost out of what you have. Let all desires of the senses be kept under check. Depend upon Ram. Let the realization of Ram be the aim of life. Let all actions be performed in Ram's name, for Ram's sake. This will free you from all fear and sorrow. Don't ruminate over the past. All that happened in the past has been for good, so no thought need to be taken of it. Have no thought or anxiety about the future. What is to happen does come to pass in spite of yourself. Be prepared to face any and every condition calmly and coolly. The past, the future and the present are in the hands of Ram. No worry or anxiety can change the course of things as set by that power Ram. And in the present, think only of Ram in all your doings. That is, perform all actions as offerings to Ram. The goal is to surrender your will to Ram. Make Ram's will your will. Give up ahankar. Love all alike. So outer life should be expressed like this. Then our success will be there in spiritual journey. So anyway, God's grace, we were made to dwell upon so many things, useful things for our spiritual journey by the grace of that mysterious power of Papa who is seated within our hearts as an indwelling reality. We pray to the Lord who is seated within our hearts to bless us, enable us to follow all these rules, and let our life, outer life, be compatible with inner aspiration. Only by His grace we will be able to do. By ourselves it is not possible for us. We may fail, we may forget. But please remind us, put us on the rails, on the track. Kindly enable us to feel your divine presence in and around us, about us. So this is our heartfelt prayer. Thank you very much to one and all. And from Monday, Swamiji will be coming Sunday evening, and from Monday onwards, Swamiji's Satsang will be there. Only when Swamiji is not there, we read something and we share something. So Hari Om, Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om, pranams to you all. Hari Om.
Is there a satsang on Sunday or you used to?
Sunday, no satsang.